think we should. Hey,
All right.
welcome back. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, happy Tuesday.
Do you know
The
what
sun just
days-
came out. I don't know what to do right now. The sun came out.
Really? That bad,
Yeah.
huh?
I'm just kind of blown away by it.
No.
I kind of want to stare at it.
Don't. Here's a bit of
Yeah.
trivia for you.
Okay.
Do you know which two states were formed on March 1st? Not the same year, but
How about Hawaii and Texas?
no. Ohio and Nebraska.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you know these things?
Yeah, I just do.
Okay. All right, you just do. Were you like a big nerd in school?
No, I
Because
was a jock.
you got nerdy shit going on. Like,
I have nerdy shit, but I'm a jock.
okay.
Kind of. I'm like the hybrid.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I got both worlds going on.
You go both ways?
Yeah,
You're
pretty much.
AC and DC?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm yin and yang.
You're your own best friend?
Yep. Most nights.
Oh wow. That's not right. It's funny though.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Sure.
So we got Michael Skeen on.
Yeah.
On. Robert Stevens.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
So
Well,
we have two
that means
people.
we're broadcasting. So
Yeah. How many people are actually on? Do we know that, or just who people put in the chat?
I have no clue.
Oh.
I don't have that technology.
Well, why not, man?
Oh, actually, I see 13 people are viewing somehow.
Oh, well, there you go. See, there you go. We're setting records.
Ooh, yeah. Fire.
14.
Yeah. Bertotti's on.
Dave
Vera
Vera
just called you a bitch. Whatever.
I think he was talking to you, not me.
Why,
he made it plural, so it's bitches. So that was both of us.
All right. Why was Dave not at Valkyrie this past weekend?
Because he was freezing his dick off in Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, his
Sounds
wife
like he lost the bet.
Well, his wife has family there, so they went and visited family.
Family.
I don't know why. I don't know why they don't visit in say June, but
when it's hot as balls.
It's not hot. Not Michigan.
No,
it's like
Florida. It's hot as balls, and in Michigan, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's like 70.
Yeah.
So anyway, Max Mockler is joining.
Yeah. Senor Trotta is here.
Ooh, there we go. Look at this.
It's a
who's who.
Mm-hmm.
Did we both just say the same thing?
We did.
Oh my
God!
I
said it first though. Anyway,
aren't we cute?
Yeah, we're very cute. We're like a couple. Couple assholes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait till we get done.
Yeah. So we got about 18, 20 people, whatever. And Max is asking about weather in Denver. Ooh. Weather in Denver is crazy.
So he says shorts or not. So here's the answer. Yes to both.
No, I actually think you just go with shorts, and then when it's snowing, you run very quickly from the racetrack to the car, or from the restaurant to the car, and you just do shorts. That's it.
Yep. Yeah. That's all it is. And just, shorts all the time, because you never know what. I mean, I think that one year we were there, it was 74, and then the next day it snowed.
Yep. Yeah. And my car came alive when it snows there. It's always awesome when it snows. So
yeah, the traction jumps up like tenfold.
Yeah.
It's a pleasant experience.
Exactly. You're just like driving around the first day. You're like, maybe grip will come up, blah blah blah, and you just wait for the rain or the snow, and amazing things happen in Denver when that goes down. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
yeah.
the crazier part though is like a lot of the folks in cold climates, they wear shorts all the time anyway. I don't know
Hmm.
if I fully understand that, um, but that
I
happens a
did.
lot.
I did.
See?
I was the shorts guy. So yeah, But see now it's like, no, no shorts. If it gets
Now,
cold, I'm
yeah,
fuck it.
you're a big pussy now,
Well, let's not go there. But let's just say that I've adapted to Florida weather,
Hmm.
and that um, once it gets into the 60s or 50s, I'm kind of cold.
Mhm.
So, uh, yeah, I will. I'll put a pair of pants on. I ain't scared.
Yeah,
You know. So, anyway, why? How can I get further away?
I don't know.
Is there like an aspect ratio thing that I need to fuck with?
I don't know. I can get closer if that helps. Let
Well,
me
no.
do
I'm
that.
just saying. It's just my big ass head on here.
I'm leaning back in the chair. That's why.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you get a drink before this started?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, that's a party foul right there.
Oh, maybe I need to.
Yeah, possibly. I'm gonna nurse this one tonight. Um, the reason why is because tonight I have the first of many episodes of couple dance lessons. So I can't be that drunk. I can maybe be a little drunk, but not that drunk.
I don't think 2 beers are gonna make you drunk.
Yeah, probably not. But
Yeah. Couples dance lessons. So what are we
yeah,
learning?
I don't know.
Are we
Something,
going to the Arthur Murray School of Dance?
something like that. It isn't
Yeah.
Arthur Murray, but yeah, you know.
Yeah. They're like a
I'm just trying to
chain.
show people. I know there is one around here. I think it isn't that we're going to,
Mm,
but
no.
yeah, I'm just trying to show people I'm a real person, and I do terrible things that I don't want to do either. So I didn't say that. I mean, I'm really excited about going later.
She doesn't watch, does she? Could care
No,
less.
yeah. Jeremy Matthew just said he would pay to watch me dance. Well, that could happen. All right.
That could happen. You do take
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Folded long
Just
ways.
just don't do the toonies and the loonies. Those hurt when they flick them at you. So anyway,
Yeah. But no, well that's nice. You're gonna dance.
yeah, it's lovely.
Have you ever had any
Lovely.
type of dance lessons before?
No, no,
No?
I have the rhythm though.
You have the rhythm?
Yeah, I do.
You're not gonna put the C in Caucasian when we go out there?
No,
No? Alright.
see it, Caucasian.
Alright.
I love that. That's great. Anyway, yeah,
So, uh, I can dance. I do alright.
yeah. All right,
Yeah. Yeah. It's just shuffle, shuffle, step, step, shuffle, shuffle, step, step. I mean, fucking ain't hard.
all right. Maybe.
I'm sure people really tuning in for this.
Oh yeah,
This is the
they're
highlight of
wondering
their
what
day.
the fuck happened.
Yeah, these two turned into giant pussies.
Anyway, all right. So let's go in order of failure.
Okay.
So hold on, we got to get the heading up. We got to go in order of failure.
All right.
And where is it? Here we go.
We
When was the last
swap
time you
sides.
failed?
Scott Jakes is upset.
Oh yeah, he can't handle it.
He can't handle it.
Well, it's all right. We got to keep people, guessing.
All right.
So I got to thinking, and so I posted on like I think the Instagram or the YouTube or something. I no like Facebook. I cut some tires using
Mm-hmm.
this fantastic contact tire treader, which which I'm in the
Nobody said but
process
you.
which I'm in the process of actually making it more next level. So I took off their terrible depth gauge adapter, and I milled something down the other night, and I'm just waiting on like a few drill bits so I can tap this correctly, and then I'm gonna work on sizing it up, and then I'll cut the piece down, and I'll get the proper depth adapter that I like on here. But anyway,
Or
so
just buy a hoodie.
I already have one. It's new in box. That's the only way it'll ever maintain any of its value. It has to stay new in the box, and it's just going to sit there on the shelf.
I was on EA's website, and he actually has switches in stock.
That's good.
So you could just, get a couple switches, have them as spares,
No, I'm
and then
good.
you
It's
don't
fine.
have to do all this stuff.
No, but I have fun doing it. I pulled the mill out. I had to go find all the end mill adapters and all the stuff. Whatever.
Okay.
It allows me to do other things. So I
All
just
right.
can't track rat like I
Makes you
used
feel like
to.
a man, huh?
No,
Is this
I
what
always
is
feel
this
like
what
a
you're
man, bro.
is this what you're trying to do? Yeah.
Just
Like
it's nice to do things with your hands other than just like I don't know off camera. Anyway, so
Donnie Leo special.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I went out and I raced last Wednesday, and I ran some biggins. I ran, I think my fronts were like 41 and a half, my rears were like 42 hours, some nonsense. I've never driven anything this big. And the first run, I think it was actually pretty good. I ran like, we have basically 20 minutes of practice, and
Mm-hmm.
then we go to racing.
Yeah.
And half of the 20 minutes doesn't have a lap counter on because they're busy inputting people's names into the computer. So that's good.
They can't
And
do both at the same time. Oh
yeah, they
wait, they
use Scoring
use
Pro.
Pro. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's fucking terrible. Anyway,
Yes, it
so
is.
Scoring Pro. So I drove around. It felt okay, and it was all right. So I will look at my hot laps just because we're gonna do this numerically.
Because that
So
won nobody a race.
yeah. No one, but if your hot lap is nowhere close, you have no chance of winning. That's all it
Well,
comes down to. And you will agree with that. So the first round was okay. I basically started first, and I ran into a lot of traffic on like basically the first or second lap. And my hot lap was a 8.588. And Stu's hot lap was only an 8.452. So it was about 1/10 and a bit off. And then I basically, for the second round, I geared up one tooth, which was a mistake. And I full sauced the car, second mistake. And then like full sauce the fronts. And then I think I made some other change. I'm trying to remember. And the hot lap was terrible. It was like it was an 8.8. So I lost 2/10 or more. And the car was the hardest it's ever been to drive. Like it got on the nose so fucking hard. There's like this crazy thing where you like basically you have to hit through a chicane, and it was just fucking impossible to drive there.
that's what
So
happens when you sauce full.
yeah, so I was almost sauced full the first time. So it was like only going like maybe 2 millimeters more, so it
Yeah.
wasn't much. So for the main, I
What
sprung
main
up
was this?
the A main.
Oh, this was the A?
If it was the B main, it would have been better because I could have tested something.
Okay.
So in the A main, I ripped my tires off. I re-glued them again because the glue was destroyed already. I don't know how anyone on a rollout track with tape seams runs a huge front. I actually don't think it's worthwhile to do. Like I'm never going to run a 41 and a half front again. It just didn't make sense. But the rear tire, I think, was the important part. So, and what I also did was I sprung up the front end. I went from an Awesomax 1.3 gold to a 1.7. I'm sorry, 1.3 green to a 1.7 copper. I don't know, some color. It's in my box. I've never used the thing before. And so it had crazy steering, the most steering I've ever had in a car. It was on the nose even harder. And I was like,
You know
oh,
you can
fuck.
turn down the dual rate, right?
I did that. When you do that, though, then you kind of can't turn around if you crash. And the lanes are like 4 foot wide.
And you crash often, so yes.
It happens. So, yeah. Anyway, so for next time, I think the story is I'm gonna keep the front spring. I'm gonna change my side springs, make them much softer. I'm gonna make my dampener ridiculous in the rear, like the thickest one I can build. Because the car was just physically loose at the end, and like it was impossible to drive. So I don't know. That's my when I last failed. How about you, Monty? When did you fail last?
Well, it's the Mangler first off, and and so we know when you just last failed. No, that was Sunday, and I went to Valquera, and track was a little low on the bite. This is a normal VTS club show kind of deal. Um, so they had practice on Saturday, which I did not partake in. So I just kind of got there around 7. No, I got there around 8, a little after 8, and they start racing at, you know, well, 9:45 the track closes. So, roughly an hour and 20 minutes worth of practice. So I'm trying to get around, and I get up on the stand, and guys like, "Hey, the track's horrible right now, so don't let that bother you." And I'm like, "Well, that's great. You're learning a lot right now." And because like, because it was, I guess it got really dewy, so they were just trying to burn off all the dew. And so anyway, so I really didn't learn too much, and uh, car was okay, wasn't great, still didn't have a lot of grip. And then a lot of people were complaining about the grip all day, how it was on the lower side. So, in any case, went out for round 1, ended up third, about half a lap off. Second round, switched cars, ran another car. Thought it felt better.
So what's the difference in the cars? See, I looked at timing and scoring. I didn't know you ran a different car.
Yeah, I ran. So like I kept switching back and forth between cars.
Mhm.
So I figured I'd get more things done or accomplished
Yeah,
if I could just switch back and forth. Because Mod ran last, so therefore they had an open
you
practice
could
in
never
between.
practice. Yeah.
Right. So I would just practice the other car and then go back and
Mhm.
forth. The other car was running a shorty battery, other than,
Okay.
and then the other car just had a regular 5,000 battery.
Mhm.
So it was
I
really the two differences. The big battery car had a 5.5. The little battery car had a 4.5.
and I would assume the big battery car had more grip because it had more roll.
Um, Theoretically, no, it didn't actually. It actually seemed like it rotated better, whereas the little battery car um, felt more in the track and felt like it had more grip and it was able to maneuver, especially through the chicane on the left side. Whereas the big battery car kind of slid around more, but was a little faster.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me.
Welcome to Valkyra.
Mm.
Not a lot does make sense there. So that was round 2, and then we run the main, and then rain. I went back to the big battery car, and it was pretty much kind of the same, a repeat from round 1. And I had making changes the whole time, and nothing really seemed to stick. So I think think about it later, I was probably getting again outsauced. Just didn't use the right stuff or what I think I should have used. Hindsight being what it is. So, um, and definitely the track was not as much grippy as it was, say, in January when I was there. So
Okay.
there was definitely a difference. But I go back again, I think next weekend, the 12th. I think they have an open practice on that Saturday. So hopefully I can get to that. And then the state race is the next weekend after that. So,
And
yeah.
so Felix looks like he took the lead in the main,
Yeah. So
but
Felix,
then did something bad at the halfway point.
his speedo just shut off.
Oh, more power.
Yeah, something about software didn't update. I don't know. Speedo just shuts off. I don't know.
That
Something like that.
sounds awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, his speedo just shut off. I think they turned it off and back on, and he came out and ran. But at that point, he was a lap down. So
Yeah. Hmm.
I ended up second, which was really third because I didn't have anything for Corey or Felix.
Yeah. So Felix had hot lap in the main. He did a 12.8.
Hmm.
Corey had a 12.9, and then
Yeah.
you did a 13.17.
Yep.
So,
Thanks.
but
I
like,
we
look,
didn't really
you're
do we
welcome.
really need the 7?
Yep, we did. So, like, looking and qualifying though, like, the interesting part here is, like, in round one, no, round two, your fast lap was actually you did a 13.0.
Yeah, which was like nothing else was even close to that.
Yeah, and I agree. And then Corey did a 13.0, and Felix only did a 13.2. But like Felix's top 5 and his 10 and his 15, like his 5 was a 2, his 10 was a 2, and his 15 was a 3. Your 5 was a 3. And so you just must have whiffed some sort of lap there, some magic lap.
Yeah, I did,
And
pretty
then
much. Yeah.
and then the
What was
first
interesting with
round,
my car though is like it was good for like the first 5 laps, and then it really felt like it fell off in the middle, and then it kind of came back at the end.
really.
So, yeah. So it was really
Yep.
just sliding everywhere. I mean, if you looked at my car compared to those two, it was night and day. Like, okay, these cars are hooked up, and he's just sliding around, and so yeah, it wasn't
So
good.
when you guys put your cars down, what one question I have is, because I really like asphalt touring car racing. That's like the real man sport.
Yep.
Um, so when you put
I,
your car down and you like do some warm up laps, was it fucking amazing?
no, it was pretty good. I wouldn't say amazing, but it was
Okay.
comfortable.
Well, let's say you put your car down, you do some warm up laps, then you stop,
Mm-hmm.
and then you wait for the chuckleheads to start running the race.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it changes between that first run on sauce,
Um,
you get the tires hot, then you sit there, and then you go again?
Probably, if anything, maybe the first corner or two was a little freer, but other than that,
Okay.
it came pretty much back to normal.
Huh.
But then it just like so it was still good for like the first few laps, but then it just started sliding. You could just
Hmm.
certain corners like after the dog leg and then the right hander and then the two right handers that go into the chicane, that area over there, which always seems to be a problem area for me or my car, that
Hmm.
it just slides through there. So
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. It's just again, try some different things next time. And I kind of did some informal polling last night and got some different ideas, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but yeah, that was my last failure, and
All right. Nice. Nice. I like
yeah,
that. I,
but
I like this. Like this. When was the last time you failed? I feel like it's a good. It's a good section of the show. That's all.
yeah. I mean, I still feel that if at Valkyrie, if you could run anywhere from where Parsons ran, which was like a 2811 to a slow 27, you're gonna be a top 10 car.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah,
All right.
it's. I mean, especially with qual points and everything. Yeah,
Yeah. Qual
especially
points are always fun. I
yeah.
I remember the last time we ran there. Fucking, it rained on us, right? And so we were there, and
Oh yeah.
at at the time I thought, like, before it rained, and I don't know if we ran one qualifier or if we just had practice and then it rained. I don't really remember.
I think we ran a qual.
Okay, so it rained, so so we stopped doing whatever. And I remember I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna wholesale my car. What a fucking mistake that shit was.
You went VTD, didn't you?
I don't know what I did, dude. This is
No, I think you
2016.
did.
Who the fuck
No,
knows?
no, no,
Yeah?
no. You
Vertical
put
top
the.
deck?
I think you went vertical top deck, kid.
I
And
don't
guess
know.
what I found?
What?
You don't remember what I found?
No, I don't remember.
So I had just bought a brand new set of G-force setup gauges, and the toe plate that came with it was fucked. Like it wasn't even close. So like what I thought
Yeah.
was 3 degrees was like 6.
Yeah.
And so like wasn't good. So then I realized, because we kind of figured it out during that break allowed me to figure out that my toe plate was totally jacked.
Mhm.
So once I got a new toe plate, I took the toe out, and then my shit kind of came to life, and you went the other way, and
Yeah,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, because then, like, the second we have weather, then everyone's like, all of a sudden, well, let's go rush, 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 and then you have no time to ever undo the shit you just fucked up. That's what I think happened. So, whatever.
We
It
should have
is
just
what
went
it
to
is.
Broken Barrel.
Fuck yes, that's correct. I like, and I still remember back to like the first real race that probably me and you ever did. It was the 2013 Asphalt Nats.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, and so that track's no longer around in Florida. It was
The
what was
twin
it?
sister of it's just up the road in Coral Springs.
Yeah, but what was the name of the track? I don't remember anymore.
I don't know. Dave Vero tells here in a second.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was like in a hockey rink or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was a roller skating rink, or not a roller skating,
Yeah.
but a inline skating rink kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, something. Anyway,
yeah.
and like that first day, um,
Village.
Village, there we go. That first day, it rained. So like we lost Thursday.
Yep.
And you were running mod and I was running stock. I don't know if I ran super stock. I know I ran stock at least. And there was other funny shit that happened at that race too. We'll out people in a minute about that. And like I had seeded maybe like fourth overall in touring stock, and EA was at that race too. He never runs asphalt, and
He
so
was?
that yeah, he was at that race. I totally remember him being at that
Oh,
race.
I had no clue. Okay.
Yeah, Cyril was at the race. There was a lot of people at that race. Knapp
Nap.
was at that race.
Yep.
Yeah, and Knapp with his non-blinking speedo that Ernie pushed through tech on the poor Roar official. That happened at that race too. Fucking speedo didn't even get close to blinking, and they fucking still let him run. Anyway, that
Somebody's
was me
not
outing
hurt.
somebody. So anyway, I remember that race, dude. Uh, Oleg was trying to help like support from like super far away, and he stayed up like all night watching this thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was going back to the room, and I was wholesaling my shit like every fucking night. I had two cars. I would like do ridiculous shit every night. We That's before we had the AT21S balls, and so I was making AT21S balls in the hotel room, like with a fucking Dremel, and these bitches were just like rocketing around the fucking room. It would take me like 11 or 12 balls to get 8 of them that worked, because I'd lose like 2 of them, and then like other ones would just get like milled out at an angle and all this other dumb shit. But yeah, anyway, that was fun. So
Yeah, I think that was when we realized that, because that's when dampeners were pre-built or something.
pre-built, and I ran the D3s at that
Yes,
race, which are the
which was
light ones.
yeah, wasn't good.
Nope.
Nope, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like threes and sixes, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
D6 and D3. And
And
I
the three
had
was not
D3s
good.
on. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So
I just remember like cars would like my car would just do like random shit down the straightaway. Like it would just like start bouncing, and like it just, next thing you know, like it just would go off the track.
well, that village track had this like rumble to it
Hmm.
that I don't know. The whole
It
fact
was
that
unique.
we could only practice when it was cold, like in the morning or at night, and then we were racing during the heat of the day. We were fucking so at the lunch at that race. But I
Yeah.
wrote it off to say, like, this was the beginning. Who
Right.
cares? It doesn't matter. So
I still feel some of the best asphalt cars I've ever had were the shaft cars.
really, no way.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's so like tire and surface sensitive. There was one time heading into the pre-worlds in 2014. Um, we were at Jackson, and we had a rain break, and Mike G stupidly decided to rebuild one of my cars, and so he rebuilt one of my mod cars, and that once the rain came back out, or it went away, we were able to race. I housed him. I had like a tenth on him per lap, and I was like walking around big chested. I was like, oh shit, my thing's gonna be awesome. Show up to Kissimmee, fucking dog shit. That car was so fucking bad. Oh my god. So it's just like you never know what you're honestly gonna get sometimes because like also the tires are so different and
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know
the hot race
whatever.
tires that were so
The
beautiful and
hot
wonderful.
shits, yeah, those
Yeah.
are fucking terrible, dude. What a fucking disaster. My
Dude, we
my
got. Go ahead.
I was never fast enough to blow out the insert, but other people were. Vera was one of the guys who blew out an insert and probably crashed his car at 70 plus down the straightaway at Kissimmee.
Yeah, I believe he
So,
did. He even tells me about that every once in a while. But yeah, we had to run hot race tires again in Miami a few months back, and Miami is another gas track that we run electric on down here, and great track, great facility. The people who run it is some ponytail freak, and fucking it was a shit show, and he was ponytail guy and just not good. So anyway,
what is that?
um,
I don't know what that means. Is that like a
so
ponytail for tax reasons or
no, I don't know. Like, I think it's just it's a South Florida Miami thing. Like, look at me, I have a ponytail. I kind of there's like a movie I can't reference right now. There was some dude that had a ponytail in a movie, and he was like the evil German guy, and like
was it
so
Hans Gruber
no, it
in
wasn't
Die Hard? No.
no. But it was something. It was kind of like that. Anyway, Um, so we were on the hot race tires down there, and so that track had a lot of bite, and they worked fairly well. They weren't, they didn't seem to fall off that bad either. From new to second run, so they were fairly decent at that track. I so I took them back up here and ran it at Heroes, and I couldn't even make it around. Like it was horrible. Like they were just
Is that
garbage.
crazy?
And then so like I'm like I had like 6 sets with like one run on them. And I just I'm
Left
like
him on the
here,
table?
just left them. I'm like whoever wants them, just take them
Dude, you should have
because
thrown him out. You just fucked somebody.
I don't care. I told them they were shit. It's on them now. I
Yeah.
warned you.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's not my responsibility after I tell you this sucks.
Yeah. And the funny thing about tires, like I've actually been thinking about this a bit. I remember back in the day, like we used to have some crazy ass tires. Like I know I have a bag of RP30s and a bag of CS27s, which were like the fucking OG rubber tires. I know I have them sitting around. There's no point in running them because you can never get them again. So if they were fucking amazing, it doesn't matter. Um, but my local track, my new local track this summer was doing open tire for touring car, and so we were talking about this a little bit on Wednesday night, and uh, I think they're still going to stay open tire for the upcoming summer, and I probably can't campaign the whole summer, wedding, honeymoon, all this other bullshit that's going to get in the way. And did I
She
say that out
doesn't
loud?
listen.
Yeah, she doesn't listen. That's fine. Anyway, no, but like other stuff too. Like I'm gonna go run like carpet off-road gnats for fucking buggies. Like I'm doing a lot of other shit that's just dumb. Anyway, um, so I almost hope they do it open tire, but I kind of wanna fucking make the the most just like soul crushing tire combo. I don't care if it costs like, four new children worth of something or whatever. Like I want to find a way to just do it. And so, if anyone has suggestions on how to make the most soul crushing open tire, rubber tire setup, like, basically we're going to have to play with three things, rim, insert, and actual like carcass. And
Well, you just
so,
need that Solaris tire. Yeah, Solaris 40J dish done.
yeah.
Dave Vera. Yeah, so
How about
let's
the
let
36J? Why not that?
I don't know, but I know that. So like I was going through old lap times because I was
Mhm,
out for a while, right? And so I was going through old lap times at Valkyra, and I'm like, and I saw that there was one race like Dave did like a 12.4 or 12.5 in mod. I'm like, what the fuck did you guys do then? And he's like, oh, it was this 40J tire. It was unbelievable. And
mhm,
like he and like two other people had them. So
mhm.
like some people didn't even show up to race because they're like, fuck it, not even worth it. Because like we don't have the tire, we can't race.
So
So
I like everything you're saying because I was exchanging some mails with or some texts with EJ,
yeah,
and so he's like, yeah, he said a few things to me. One, he was like, did you see that video that One Up posted about Sean Williams? So apparently Sean Williams had like him and
who the fuck is
uh,
Sean Williams?
he's a dude on the Cali side of the country,
Okay.
and he was running apparently an Awesomatics with Solaris tires, and in the video was also Jacob Cruz, aka the Cruise Missile,
Hmm.
and so I didn't watch the whole video because it's kind of boring, but basically up front, at least the way I saw it, Sean Williams was beating him down, and he was on those new 36Js from Solaris. So I'm probably going to start my season with 36Js, but I'm kind of thinking about like, is there anything I can do to build the fucking most soul crushing tire? Um, Last summer, I tried a few different tires. Like I think a lot of us ran some Team Powers tires. There was a good batch, and then there was a batch which, when you put a mod motor near it, the sidewalls ripped apart. So that was a really good batch. And when I got to Seattle, I ran actually a Contact 34A tire, which was interesting. It wasn't the fastest tire by far, but it allowed you to get like 20 plus runs in it. And then the Volante, like I want to say it was the V8 or something like that. You could get like maybe 4 runs that were all the same speed, and then the fucking tire would like self-destruct. That tire was on point, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, I would say if you know anyone in Asia, they probably have some secret things just laying around.
Hey,
And
we're global right now, so we're on the internet. All right, if Martians have anything good, it doesn't matter.
I mean, I do have some Sorex. I have some Sorex rubber,
Just rubbers. Yeah.
just
The
rubber.
the problem is if I can't buy new ones, I don't really care. Like I want to if I can just go buy some inserts and go buy some rims, and then I can glue my tires to the inserts like how you used to do it, and then anyway,
All
so
right, this is
I
over.
so I kind of want to build like a soul crushing tire. Um, but I'm going to start with the 36Js because it's a lot easier. Just hit up EJ and say, hey, when do you have something new coming in? So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what's out there. There's just, I don't know if there's a way you could build a tire anymore. I think everything's just so spec oriented now. Like the
yeah,
days of just craziness, inserts. Go see what TQ has on their website. They probably have some old shit just laying around that you could buy up.
yeah, but I that's like I don't want to buy up. I want to buy. So I know that's hard, and like all chemicals keep on changing, and
Yeah, it's in
things
two.
get fucked up. But whatever.
Yeah, there was another tire manufacturer that I was talking to, and they said that they had some tires that they were doing what the sidewalls would just blow out
Mhm.
like in no time. So, yeah, it's what's a crazy world with COVID. Uncle COVID's fucked up our tire games,
Yeah.
and
But as usual, sweep tire, best tire. Thank you, Johnny. Sweep tire, best
wow,
tire.
no, really, are we going?
He said it, bro. I'm just bringing it up. Like I think it's a funny statement. Sweep tire, best tire. So
Yeah. So I guess the thing with Valkyria is I think they were definitely were inconsistent with the track prep. So
yeah,
we'll see what we get next weekend, and I'm sure the weekend of the state race will be good because, like I said, dudes in Florida just come with VHT. So worst comes to worst, somebody will be like, "Fuck it, we're putting out VHT."
so when are you going to start rocking the Lane Choice 7? Just throw it in the back of the caddy. No.
Nah, nah, nah. I'm not a little pimp juice or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do live next to a drag strip not far away. I could go down there and turn some laps on there, and then you know
Yeah. You just need a little Lane Choice 7. It's pre-mixed. It's very good.
run a couple 12 O's with the Cadillac, and then
Hmm.
yeah, there you go. So
So
what?
yeah, I
What do
don't
you
know.
laugh? Whatever.
Dude, I don't bother taking things to a drag race. I don't need to break transmissions. I'm fine. Like
No.
how fast you can go 0 to 60, I don't care about that. So
Well, now you just have. I guess I've never done it either, but I guess the only thing that ever tempted me was just to be like, okay, this is what it'll actually do. And now I have
yeah.
a real number, right?
Mhm.
And so like you can say, okay, yeah, it's done this.
I dude, like I love these little gadgets. I have like a what's
Oh,
it
you like the
called?
little roadie things?
I have some nonsense that works off a GPS. It
Yeah, I don't
begins with a
trust that.
D. It's pretty fucking close. It's called Draggy,
Oh yeah,
and
draggy. Yeah, I've heard of that.
and it just magnetizes onto something in your car,
Hmm.
and
No, and these dudes will post videos on the Cadillac stuff on YouTube. There's
mhm,
this guy down in Florida, so we have some bridges in the Tampa area that are about 11 miles long,
mhm.
and so you can basically just kind of sit on the side of on the bridge, and you can just wait for your opportunity to where there's a clear thing, and then you can just fucking hit it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's this guy. He's like, he just does hits on the bridge all the time,
Mhm.
and with his little draggy, and it's like I don't know. It's like okay, it's cool and all, but is it really real? Like how accurate
I
is
think
it?
it's real. I look, the man, the myth, an actual drag racer is telling us, yeah, it's pretty close to real timing. Dude, this is all about just like this is a miniature dick measuring contest. That's all that really matters.
Hmm.
Draggy's close enough, all right? So I
No.
I think the number is
So
the
why do you have a draggy if you're all talking about dick measuring? Sounds like you were trying to measure at one point.
oh yeah, dude. I was trying to measure it from 60 to 130.
60 to 130?
Yeah, kid.
Oh, I need to
So
get this test. I need to get me one of these just so I can smoke your ass.
yeah, well, anyway.
Did you see,
So
I didn't share the video with you, but they posted a video last week. It had the new CT5 Blackwing
yeah.
going up against the C8 Corvette and a
Okay.
U-drag. You know what
All
a
right.
U-drag is?
Yep.
So, so obviously the Corvette basically I'll just watch I'll just spoil the video so if no one wants to fucking watch it. So the Corvette obviously takes off being like 500 pounds lighter. And so and then once they get to the turn and they're coming back, um the Cadillac's all top in and fucking runs it down.
Hmm.
And I mean like runs it down hard. And so
Hmm.
at the line they're dead heat.
Okay.
And so they switch lanes and they switch drivers and they go do the same thing. Corvette
Does it
takes
again.
off and then dude makes the turn, comes back, big in, fucking Cadillac runs it down.
Hmm.
So, and the Cadillac is also it's manual, so it's not
Yeah.
e gear or automatic like
Yeah.
the
It's none of that nonsense. I
that
agree.
the Corvette is. So, you have to actually fucking switch the gears. So the fact that it was still able to keep up like that, I think is pretty impressive. And have at least 500 pounds more
Yeah.
because there's comfort involved.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a big car. Like it's not like this like little.
No,
I'm not saying a vet's not big, but it's
no.
like a vex.
Well,
A vet looks like a Nike, and the other thing looks like the fucking box the Nike win in.
yeah,
So
it's not some bullshit M3 either or something like that.
yeah, I don't know. You can hate on all that stuff. I don't really care. Go for it. I would like that Blackwing. The real question is, what's better, the Blackwing 4 or the Blackwing 5?
Well, the only thing really difference is just the five's going to be bigger.
Yeah.
So if you just need a little bit more room for RC shit, five kid.
I don't know. I don't think any of them are big enough, realistically, for RC shit.
So basically, I priced out my Blackwing 5 CT5. It's 105 out the door.
Yeah, and the other one's like only like 70 something out the door.
It's more like probably 85, but yeah.
So you don't need ceramics. That's
No,
not needed.
that's not without the ceramics.
Yeah.
No, the ceramics are another 10K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need
Anyway,
that shit.
no one needs that.
Yeah.
Useless. So anyway,
Oh, now
um,
Vera's making excuses.
yeah, it's fine. Whatever. It's all right. He can't get an allocation for a C8. He's just mad. So don't worry.
I thought he had one.
No, he wants the Z06. So it's
Oh,
all
that's right.
right. But yeah, I don't know. You do any other RC nerdery this weekend, or you look at anything else? You check out this Dirt Nitro challenge thing?
No, don't
No,
care.
don't care.
No, I guess AE has a new buggy apparently because that's all I fucking saw
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, they have a new buggy, but it doesn't matter because Mayfield owned everybody in the nitro classes at this race.
What
He
he
won
runs a
Truggy
Mugen.
and buggy. Yeah, ran a Mugen.
Yeah.
And but the crazy part is, and there's like 300 plus people that
Oh,
signed
yeah.
that like
You were
went
talking
there,
about this.
and they have and I didn't try to like do the math on this, but so if there's three, let's just use small numbers because we're not that smart. There's 300 people. Well, it was closer to 400. Let's just say 300. They have eighth buggy 40 plus. They have eighth buggy. I think they call it sportsman. They have eighth buggy intermediate, and then they have eighth buggy pro. Same car, same everything except for maybe the driver. And there's 4 classes. I don't get it.
Well, then people bitch about on-road having too many classes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a 30 to 40 class too, or something stupid?
No,
Or that
no,
was a
no.
joke. That was a
That's a
joke.
joke. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. But some of our friends, like Paul Ciccarella, he used to be a 12 scale racer. Remember that guy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He won a 40 plus buggy.
Mhm.
So that's pretty good. He said he struggled a little bit at night because the track is fucking huge, and because the day takes forever. You
Yeah.
basically run in the morning, you run in the middle of the day, and you run at night. And I don't know. That just sounds
Is it one of
so
those
fucking
like 8
brutal.
laps in 5 minutes?
Yes, yes. And the A main is 45 laps or 45 minutes. The B is 30, and like the other ones are like 15 or something like that. But
This is what it's always funny. So let's say if you ran 5 minutes, that's 300 seconds, right?
mhm,
So 8 goes into 5 uh 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 8 goes into 300 6 times roughly,
sure,
right? So these dudes are running like they'll run like the TQ will be say
it's
6
an
minutes.
8. It was an 8.5, like 19 or something for one of the runs.
Right. So it's like an 8.519, right? And so this dude's like, okay, that's TQ, right? This other guy runs an 8.5 or 8.630,
Hmm.
right? And he's like, yeah, I did something. I'm on the same lap as TQ. And like, yeah, you're a fucking minute and a half behind.
Well,
And that's
yeah,
and that's and I think that's one of the I think that's and this is an honest topic really, because it's one of the discerning things that people like get discouraged about with on road versus off road is like, look, hey, here I am, I'm on the same lap as the guy who's TQ, even though I'm a minute and a half behind him, I'm still on the same lap, so I got a chance, right? And like,
you have no
whereas if
chance. Yeah,
no, you don't, and like,
yeah,
and if you ran on road, yeah, you're 3 laps fucking off
yeah, or more, maybe
or
5.
more. 5.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and dudes are like can't get that through their head. Like,
Mhm.
I'm still there. And no, you're not there.
Yeah. And what was funny to me, because I was watching this on, I think it was like Thursday and Friday, like Live RC had it streaming, and so I just had it on in the background, like throw it in the corner of one of the monitors and see what happened. And like some of the fucking like lower seating sorts where these guys were so terrible, and like I just can't imagine.
But would you do much better?
I no, but the reality is I'm not spending 4 days there and getting to run my thing like 4 times
Right. And be terrible.
and be terrible. Like it just, that is the soul crushing part to me, because
Well, but I mean, hey, they're having fun. It's what they want to do. It's their money. Who
yeah,
gives a fuck?
yeah, I
I
guess.
at the end of the day, I see that point of it of altogether. Hey, they just want to go do what they want to go do, and so they want to spend 4 days and spend $1,000 and wreck every 2 seconds. And hey,
Yeah.
but
I do have to say there is
but
some
it's popular
ability.
as shit.
Oh yeah. And there is some ability to wreck and then like to pull out of the wreck. And so people like just stay full wood into it while wrecking. And if the thing doesn't break, it somehow has the ability to like right itself. It's almost fucking amazing. Like
Hmm.
half of the things I saw where people like blow out and they fucking just stay like full pegged, and they're tumbling, and the shit just like rights itself. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I'm gonna try that when I crash this upcoming weekend.
Are you
I'm just gonna
running
stay
off
full
road?
pegged. No, no, I'm running on road in a gym, a rollout gym in something near Portland, in some town that begins with a Y that I can't pronounce because I've never
Oh,
been there, so I'm not even gonna bother to figure it out until I
okay,
get there. It's like Wycott or some shit, or Yocott, or I don't know,
okay,
some nonsense.
got it.
Um, I'm going to try to run mod touring this weekend, but I don't think we'll have anyone to run. So I'll probably run 21.5 touring.
That's a big drop.
Eh,
Kind of all
it's
in or nothing, huh?
it's at least touring, which I haven't run touring on carpet since last carpet nats.
So
So
almost a year.
yeah, so why not? Let's just bring it out. Whatever, who
Right.
cares?
Yeah. Huh. All right. So there's that. Did you
Yeah,
watch any of the St. Prix Grand Prix?
I saw that, and I saw the NASCAR race.
Oh wow, you were all
Um,
in it.
yeah, well, I didn't watch them live. That's what you do
Oh,
on Monday.
oh.
It's
While
fine.
you're working.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, the St. Pete race was kind of interesting. That V8 touring car guy won, so that's
Hmm.
cool. McLaughlin,
How did
and
Jimmy Johnson do?
I think he finished 23rd.
Oh, great. Okay.
He was on the lead lap until like the very end, and
Hmm.
he backed up the leader as Palou, who's the last year's champion, who's on the same team. Um, was coming up like he had like a 2 second lead. McLaughlin had like a 2 second lead on Palou, and then Jimmy, because you don't have to let people by. He just
Right.
sort of like he did his best to not let him by for 2 laps, and then they lost the 2 second lead, but it still ended up the way it did. But yeah, I don't know. Jimmy Johnson probably looks better than how we would be out there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah, what we'll see. The next IndyCar race is at Texas, I think, and that's the first oval he's going to compete in. So we'll see how that
Right.
goes.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I
Cool.
don't know. And
Yeah,
then,
I spend my day mostly at Disney Saturday, so I can get to see shit, and
all
and
right,
then uh and then obviously race Sunday. So
all right.
yeah.
Were you on the teacup ride at Disney? Where were you at Disney?
No, we did. I did adult Disney.
What is that? Is that like some like new stripper version?
Yeah. So yes, it's the swinger version.
Oh,
Um.
awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a
No.
fast pass? You got.
It's lightning lane now, fucker. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't have fast pass anymore. Come on.
Oh,
No.
whatever.
So adult Disney Day is when you go and you travel around and you go to the resorts and you never actually go into a park.
Is that
So
how
like,
you not spend ticket entry fees?
well, so you don't have to. So there's enough activities outside of the parks or outside that you can actually like. So you can basically get on the monorail and you can go from resort to resort and you can just hit up all the bars.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have a drink at this bar and this bar and that bar, and then you can take a bus over to another place and have more drinks at that bar.
Okay.
And yeah, it's and because Disney provides all transportation, it's rather fun. And
Okay.
so yeah, you get to see some things, you get to enjoy relaxing atmospheres, and you don't have to go into a park.
All right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, it's fun.
Maybe you can show me how to do that at Snowbirds next year if you don't be stupid and run oval again.
Yeah, we can do that for sure. Yeah, it's fun. It's you just have drinks and ride monorails, and yeah,
Okay.
it's so yeah, yeah, can't
All right.
complain. You know,
The one thing I did see, and I tried posting this on Twitter, though no one cares. A lot
you
of
have a
other people
Twitter?
post on Twitter. Everyone's got Twitter, bro. Anyway, so I know you don't. You didn't have Amazon until the pandemic. Anyway, this shit happens. Things change.
I bought a chair
You'll
today
have
from Amazon.
a chair.
Yeah,
What one of these
office chair.
stylish? Yeah, yeah. Are you gonna bring it to the racetrack?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
It won't.
okay.
It wouldn't fit in the car. Are you kidding me?
You need that CTSV wagon to make it fit in the car.
Do you know how much those cost?
Retarded money. Yes, I
Yeah,
know.
like 50, 60K.
I looked. Yes, I'm aware.
It's so nice.
And it's
There was one.
ugly as fuck too. It's
I
not
don't think
pretty
so.
at all.
Oh no, no, no. If you got one that's done right,
Hmm.
yeah. There was one in not far from here in I think Dunedin or Tarpon Springs. Dude bought it and it had like 40,000 miles on it. It was just like fucking mint, and he was just like, "Yeah, I want like 70K for it."
Mm.
Fucking, I mean, that will be $100,000 car one day.
I would never spend that much money on that car.
I'm just
Because the
saying it.
reality is, like, the experience you get out of the car, all right, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. You could spend that same amount of money. You go buy that, like, new, like, Cross Turismo Porsche electric thing. You can probably drive most of the places you want. It's as big. And, the only thing you're not doing is road tripping it because there's no fucking power network worthwhile to talk about. But you could
Right.
go to every fucking Archie track in Florida, blah, blah, blah. It'd be fine.
Speaking of real world, that new Kia, have you seen this? The E6?
No.
I saw one in real life on my way to
Yeah.
Orlando. Looks good. It really
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Those guys, a long time ago, like, remember when the Hyundai Elantra came out, like in the
Hmm.
90s? That thing was such a bag of dicks. But those things are like kind of next level now. Like they're right there. They have that Genesis brand.
Hmm.
It's a good car company. It's
Well,
probably better
the
than others, that
well the
used to be
Equus
dominant.
that have you seen those Equus that they used to have? That thing
Nah.
is like a fucking limo, dude. Like the back seats like recline and have like massagers in them, and like it's really like very plush shit. Plus, it's a V8 that will fucking smoke the tires.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
car
I don't know.
talk.
I've never had I've only had one big displacement car in my life. I don't know if I ever really need it again. I get into too much trouble with that motherfucker because, like,
Is that you talking about the SRT?
yeah, the SRT Jeep, because that bitch would just want to light up the tires, do dumb shit. It was just like Perez had um the Chevy Trailblazer with the fucking vet motor in it back in the day, and we would take that every once in a while to races. And I love that motherfucker. That that was my inspiration why I wanted the SRT. But
Yeah.
like, then the real world of it, like, and you get like no miles to gallon, and has a 20-gallon tank, and it's
Who
fucking
cares?
like I'm cheap, so I care.
Yeah, you are, but I mean,
So
it's written on the sticker. Must stop.
yeah, yeah, but you don't really realize that initially. Um,
So what
yeah,
were we gonna talk about?
I
Sorry.
don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. What are we talking about?
I
Nothing.
don't know. All right.
Nothing useful.
Yeah.
I was talking about. I was trying to talk about NASCAR. The thing that
Oh.
blew my mind was so there's different NASCAR series. The three major series are Cup. Then the next one's Xfinity, which used to be called Busch. I only like calling it Busch.
Hmm.
And then there's the Truck Series. So anyway, they're at California, right outside of where Steel City is. They raced at Steel City this last weekend. All right.
Right.
And so I'll just say they raced at Steel City, which is run by who is it again?
I forgot their names.
Okay, and they don't like me.
They don't.
Anyway.
They fucking hate you.
So I think they like me more than they used to.
No.
Anyway.
Probably even worse now.
So it's fine. So the crazy part was they did some weird qualifying format, but the qualifying format made it very obvious that the Bush cars, they like the top qualifier was like a 40.04 or some shit like that. The Cup car, they did like a 4130 or some shit like that. They were over a second slower.
Nice.
And then like so they have like this whole new independent rear end car. They're running big tires, blah blah blah. When someone spins out because the cars handle like dog shit and they flatten their tires, the fucking car can't limp back to the pit lane. It is
Why?
on the fucking ground effects flat bottom floor. What fucking useless dog shit is this? So I don't know.
That's why I stopped watching NASCAR years ago.
Last few years wasn't bad. This new car is fucking garbage. But whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I bailed out, I don't know, a decade ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the commentary booth, they had Matt Kenseth, who used to be fast, like a Roush driver,
Yeah.
in the late '90s,
He's the
early
pride
2000s.
of fucking Deerfield, Wisconsin.
See, you
or
know things
wherever.
like that. And
Yeah,
then they brought up to the booth Mark Martin, who's like the shortest RC or the shortest racer ever.
yeah,
You know,
from Arkansas.
he would have needed one of those stools like Art Scrimo used to bring to the track.
Hmm.
Um, so
Still
yeah,
does. I don't think he
I don't know,
used to.
maybe
He still does. You're gonna
I
find
get to
out here in a
see him
couple
in
weeks.
like 2 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But
You
yeah.
guys are gonna hug it
Anyway,
out.
oh, probably.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. It just it seemed like they totally fucked that whole thing up. But anyway, who knows?
Yeah. When's F1 start?
Uh, well, did you watch any of their coverage on their practice that they
Yeah,
did last
I
week?
did see some of the practice, and what was it? McLaren won practice on the first day, I think it
On the
was.
first day, and then
Yeah.
Hamilton whipped out his Mandingo and just threw it at people on Friday. In like the last 10 minutes, he's like, "Hey, let me just show you who I am. Bam, bam, bam. Take that."
Well, yeah, McLaren won practice the first day, so therefore they're guaranteed to suck for the rest of the year. It's like winning the club show
Yeah,
at the warm-up race,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
then going
It's
into real
winning
racing.
place
You're
a
not gonna
mile
make the
high.
main.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
You don't want to
yeah,
do that. Worst
yeah.
thing you can do.
Yep.
So Max Mockler, please win the club Thursday night club race in April. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So
But he actually has enough talent. He could probably do both.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think
So,
he's just been to enough surfaces. He might be able to figure it out.
well,
You know,
I was watching that. I saw that he ran a lot this past weekend in Germany, getting ready for the Euros, and he actually ran 41 size tires on ETS carpet though,
yeah,
with no glue. So
yeah, and you saw where his O-ring was. That bitch was. He had like 3/4 sauce easy.
yeah, I saw that.
So
I made a comment. I'm like, that's a lot of sauce. He's like, got to do it. I'm
yep,
like, all right, I hear
yeah,
you.
feels sketchy if you ask
But
me. But
Reinhardt was running the car, so it looks like he'll be at the Euros.
yeah,
It sounds like this Euros is going to be pretty exciting.
yeah, and like Ollie was somewhere
Hmm.
practicing too. Him and the Roche boys were out.
I
So
saw him playing Gran Turismo. Had a sim. Some dude had a sim. They were back at their apartment playing Gran Turismo,
yeah,
which the
so
new GT7 drops Friday.
oh yeah, you getting
Yeah,
excited?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Do you have to buy it or can you just download it now?
oh, you can just download it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
easier, right?
I would think
Instead of
so.
going
I
to
don't.
GameStop.
Well, in all honesty, like COVID, I was looking for shit to do. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go. Like we started talking about sim racing, right? So I'm
Mhm.
like, well, I don't have enough computer knowledge or want
Or
to actually
Desire. Yeah.
yeah, to like build a computer and do all this other
Mhm.
stuff. I'm like, but I used to play Gran Turismo back in the day. I mean, there was a time in college like it was like the first or second Gran Turismo,
Yeah.
and like so this is over 20 years ago. That's how
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
Gran
Yeah.
Turismo's been
Mhm.
out. So I remember there was a weekend in college where I literally played like I got done with class like at 1 on Friday, and I never left the my dorm room, and I played all the way to like 8 or 9 on Sunday. I had to put tape around my thumb and fingers because I was wearing them raw from the fucking keypad, and like I was just in it. Like I just had fucking pizzas delivered. Like I never stopped. Like I didn't shower or bathe for like
Yeah.
3 days. Like it was just fucking crazy. So I'm like, well, that was fun. And since I can't go anywhere, well, I
Yeah.
can't. I had to go to work. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah. Yeah.
just get that. So I literally got on GameStop website, and so I bought a PlayStation from GameStop and Gran Turismo. They had the GT Sport now is what they have,
Mhm.
and like it was. So this is like right at the time where everything was shut down. So when I fucking so I go to GameStop and they're like, yeah, you got to knock on the fucking door and the dude will come out and he'll give you your stuff. So it was like I was doing a fucking crack deal at GameStop.
Nice.
Like I'd knock on the door and this dude would come out and I'm like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm here to pick up my stuff. And he's like, all right, locks the door. Like I'm not gonna fucking sneak in. And then he goes and gets my stuff and then comes back out and like opens the door just enough and slides my shit through the fucking door. I'm like, did I just buy
Weed.
fucking a bunch of blow or did I buy a PlayStation? Wasn't quite
Yeah.
sure for a minute, but it was really cheap if it was blow. So, um, but yeah, and so that's kind of got my GT7 going, and yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
like it. I like it.
Track Rats brought to you by Sony. Yes, there
Yeah.
you go.
We would love a Sony sponsorship. That would be
Mm,
fine.
yeah.
You know, I'll even take an Xbox sponsorship. That's okay. I've never played it, but I'd probably love it if
I've never
I
played
had
Xbox
one for
either.
free.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if anybody has GT7 or GT Sport wants to hit me up, it's the Mangler 007.
Oh,
Or
007,
Mangler,
like
I think Mangler double. Is it Mangler 007 or the Mangler? I can't remember now. It's one of the two. I remember one day. So like we were in this race and I was online and I fucking delivered this guy. And at the end of the race, they have comments, right? And he goes,
yeah.
"The Mangler is a really fitting name." And I'm like, yeah,
Nice.
bitch. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
bitch, get away.
I like that a lot actually.
Dude, I had these dudes like they would send me screenshots of where I hit them, and they're like,
What?
"You fucking took me out, bro." And I'm like, "What the fuck's your problem?" And like, I'm like, who gives a shit? Like,
You're
it's
like, it's fucking a
a video
video
game.
game. Hit the reset button. Calm down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like,
Mhm. Yeah, there's a lot of people who get all stressed out in iRacing, and iRacing has like these quality points where, like, if you cause wrecks or you go off track, the quality point goes down. There's like skill and there's kind of like quality, like how
mm-hmm.
dangerous are you?
Yeah,
And
they have that in
yeah,
GT,
it's
but not
interesting.
the same. Yeah, yeah. It's the worst of the fucking Brazilians. So,
What, because of all
well, they all
the
fucking
booty
think they're
girls?
Senna.
Oh, they think they're Senna.
Yeah, they all fucking think they're Senna. So if like they see it like I'm trying to hit the line, so they think that's a fucking opening.
Mhm,
Like, yo, bro, it's not an opening. And then yeah, they're horrible because in GT Sport you have to play by region. So we're in the
mhm.
Americas region, so it's
Yep.
Canada, North America, South America.
Mhm.
And so yeah, the Brazilians though, dude, they're horrible. They're like the worst drivers ever. Well, basically anyone from South America is pretty much shit. Yeah. In that game, not in not a generalization or anything like that. Just
Yeah, it's
the
interesting.
people playing that game are horrible. You pretty much have to realize that if they're behind you and they're from South America, they're gonna fucking try to send it up the inside every corner they can get, even if they can't make it work or stick or anything, and it's just annoying.
Hmm. All right.
Cause it
Well,
so you know
at least you know what's about to happen. So,
well, but it's frustrating because you're like there's a dude in front of you who you're just waiting, like you're following them and waiting for them to make a mistake so you can capitalize upon the mistake, like real racing. And these dudes are just fucking sending it because it's a video game.
mhm,
It's like,
maybe you
I don't
should
know.
do that. Send it.
Well, it's just not in the spirit of the game.
Okay.
It's like I played Monopoly 2 weeks ago, right? You
All
ever
right.
play? When was the last time you played Monopoly?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm pretty fucking good at it. So anyway, um,
What's your favorite thing to buy?
red and orange.
What's red and orange? Like there has to
Uh,
be names.
Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky is the Reds, and then St. John's Place. I can't remember the other two oranges.
Uh-huh. And
So
so
anyway,
what was your favorite thing to do in Dungeons and Dragons?
I never played that. I'm not a fucking
Oh,
nerd.
okay.
I had
Seems pretty
sex in high
close,
school.
bro.
I had sex in high school.
All right. Anyway, yeah. So you're playing Monopoly.
So I'm playing Monopoly, and they're like, "Well, what do you want to like? What kind of rule? What's the house rules?" I'm like, "House rules? No, motherfucker. We're going by the rules that are in the game."
Milton
I'm like,
Bradley, son.
"Yeah, no, there's no house rules." They're like, "Well, what if you land on free parking?" Well, you land on free parking. It's an empty space in the board. That's what it is. Free fucking parking. You don't get money for landing on an empty space. Like,
Mhm.
like I don't know. I'm more of like I like to play by the rules kind of thing or whatever was originally intended. Because we had a full Monopoly game, 3 people. We were done probably in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I fucking crushed everyone. And so, yeah.
Fucking crushed everybody. Is there like have you ever seen someone like Twitch streaming playing Monopoly as a board game?
No.
Is that a thing?
I've,
Maybe someone knows about that. No.
is Twitch the online gaming thing? Like
Yeah, you video your shit when you play games. No.
who wants to see your shit?
Other people want to see that, dude. Like there's a whole
Oh,
culture.
you're not talking about literal shit. You're talking about like,
Like they like to watch. They're fucking voyeuristic
yeah,
with
they
their
do.
games.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
So,
like
yeah.
to watch. Oh, oh, kill that guy with your sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good
So.
kill. That was a good kill. Way to go, Kevin.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I feel like it got very personal, So anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering because it sounded like you were nerding out pretty hard on that one.
What?
So
Monopoly?
yeah,
Monopoly's a
Monopoly.
shit, man. Did you
All
ever
right.
watch the documentary about the McDonald's thing and how it was fixed?
Oh, I'm not surprised that
McMillionaire. I think
McDonald's.
yeah, it was an HBO thing. It was like 7 parts. Marky and the Funky Bunch was like the
Mhm.
producer on it,
Okay.
and yeah, so it was like, but yeah, it was It was called McMillionaire, and basically it talks about how the entire history of the game was it was fixed, and that this one guy got control of all the major pieces, and he would give them to fucking family members to win, and then like they would split on the proceeds
Huh.
or like yeah, so essentially you had zero chance of ever winning that game because
Hmm.
the pieces were already this guy already had them all. And like it went on for years, like years. And they basically what happened was that this dude in I think it was Florida. Of course it was Florida. Got like this FBI agent in Florida got like this fucking random letter saying, "Hey, if you're curious, I know the guy who's fucking wins all the Monopoly things, yada yada yada. It's this dude." And so he was kind of bored and he was new to like the FBI, and so they didn't
Uh-huh.
give him anything to do. So he was kind of bored. So he just started looking into it, and next thing you know, it's like this fucking major case.
Huh.
So yeah, Florida.
Yeah, Florida. Dude, Florida, there's magical things in Florida. That's
Yeah.
all I can say.
Spoilers
All
if
right.
anyone hasn't watched it yet, but there you go.
Yeah. So at this VTS race, I know you probably weren't paying attention, but I'm gonna ask, did you see any of the F1 cars going around the track?
Yes, because they were the race before me.
Okay.
Otherwise, that no, I would not actively watch that.
Yeah. All right.
No
Did you
offense to
have
any of those guys, I just don't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not you don't race the class, you've never
Yeah,
owned an F1 car.
no.
And I was just wondering if you happened to see any of the cars and how they might have been doing at the event.
It seemed decent enough.
Yeah.
I know Izzy. Overheard Izzy said he spent all day testing tires on Saturday.
Okay.
I don't know what tires he liked.
Hmm.
I don't know what tires he ended up running.
Okay.
I just overheard him saying that, look, I tested tires all day Saturday.
Hmm.
So if anybody wants to know what tires work, call Izzy Santiago
Hmm. All right.
because he
Interesting.
apparently knows. He TQ'd, I believe, too, but I think he broke in the main.
Yeah, he definitely
You
didn't
seem to have
finish.
the fucking results up there.
I did see he TQ'd, and I
Yeah.
saw there's a vast difference in performance of the F1 cars, like
Mm.
seconds a lap different for some of them.
Between his and everyone else's?
Him and somebody else, and then like everyone else was just like a second or more a lap off. So
Right. So maybe he figured out the tires. I don't know. But, so I guess there's a lot of options now these days.
I don't know if
Don't
there's
there?
a lot, but there's some. There's
Well,
a new
don't you have a new
player.
tire?
Yeah, yeah. There's a new player. Fenix decided to come up with a tire, um, and so I have pictures of Bill Fraden's tires that he ran,
Mm-hmm.
and he said they wore out hard or they wore quickly. And so the picture I literally just got like 2 minutes ago, the it uh, uh, this is not working. Anyway, so I could try to do this the real way, like to integrate it into the thing.
The show?
So yeah, it looks like the fronts. It looked like it pushed a lot because the fronts are fucking mega grained. But to me, the rears fucking look pretty solid. Um, so I don't know. But like I also saw that his car was like one of the ones that was like 1 or 2 seconds slow. So, it could just be the car. I don't know. So I was kind of wondering.
Or Bill? One of the two.
Yeah, well, dude, I'm not Masami. You're not Masami. So things happen. So,
I can't drive with my feet.
so anyway, um, I'm reluctantly dancing around the topic of should we talk about Roar product approvals?
Yeah, because apparently I think there's going to be a new body approved like within a week.
Oh, I bet it will be approved in a week. And
Oh.
I I know last week we had Clayton on,
Mm-hmm.
and so
He was on
Um,
earlier. He said hi.
oh, okay, cool. I didn't see that. Hi, Clayton.
Mm.
Anyway, and I I want to be as positive as I can be to racing, and I think that's seen by like attendance, sponsoring races, things like that. But like, what I can't really handle is like not getting an email response in 2 weeks. Like, why can't you respond to a fucking email? Like, that just blows my mind.
Emails are hard, bro.
Well, emails that have facts in them are hard.
Oh, well, that's true
And
too.
when you have to try to defend why something else is legal and you just made something else illegal, that's hard.
Right.
So,
Yeah, the approval process, I think, just needs to be. I think they just. I think Roar just needs to use EFRA and say done with it because obviously they're doing a better job and policing things more accurately, and they're actually willing to actually ban manufacturers, such as the cases R1 and
which
Trinity.
which they did do some really shady shit. You saw they released a new motor, right?
Yeah, it's whatever.
And then they're importing that motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which hey, good for R1. They found a loophole, but
Mhm.
yeah, in any case, but yeah. So um, but yeah, at least they took the action, right? And EFRA actually said, "Nope, not doing this," or "Yeah, this is good, this is good." And I mean, it would save so much time for Roar because they seem more efficient. Like they get shit proved like that. Uh, they have the
Well, they
same
also do
scrutiny,
the EFRA does approval once a year,
right?
which I also think is interesting because it allows people to honestly plan what they're going to do for the calendar year. You don't have to be like,
Well,
hey,
wasn't
all
Roar
of a
supposed to
sudden I
do
have
all
to go
that?
chase something.
Wasn't Roar supposed to do that?
I don't know.
Maybe it was the Oval thing. I think in Oval they
The
did that.
tour does that.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, it's one of the things as whoever gets elected president would be to actually work with manufacturers and say, hey, this is your schedule. If you're going to have anything fucking new, it needs to be in by now.
Hmm.
And I think the manufacturers would basically do that and probably appreciate it because they know that, hey, we have a timeline, right? And we have to be in by here.
Yeah.
And if we're
Well, you
not,
would
then,
appreciate it as long as you're not told about it the day before.
well, that too.
Yeah. So there always is going to be growing pains. People are definitely going to get pissed off when any sort of change occurs, but it's just like I really just wonder. There always feels like a quick pass that occurs with certain things getting through um, approvals. And like a bunch of years ago, we had such struggles getting the initial Montec Racer approved. It, we were at Vegas running that body, and I had like 50 plus bodies at Vegas waiting to hear if it got approved or not. Didn't get approved, shipped them back to Italy, blah, blah, blah. It dragged on forever. And the thing that blows my mind is like there's bodies that are on the list that don't pass the measurements that people are getting denied for. And I just don't understand it.
So it kind of seems like if you're Italian, you get discriminated against.
Oh
It's some
wow.
fucking
Do they not like the ITATs?
dude.
My
It's fucking Taco and Vanzetti shit.
that's why the mafia exists, I think. You know?
Yeah,
Maybe we need the mafia to fix Roar.
yeah, yeah. Fucking Roar's racist against Italians. Believe this day and age, fucking Roar won't date Italians.
Oh, you're funny. Yeah. That's a way of looking at it. I don't know.
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
get it.
how else can you explain it?
I don't get it.
I
So
mean,
yeah, I really don't get it. So anyway, I'm I I'm more just annoyed by the lack of correspondence. Well, the amount of time it takes to do something initially, and then when you try to do anything else after the fact, it just goes nowhere. So
well, hey, they're busy getting everyone else's shit approved.
wow. Anyway, yeah. So awesome. Yeah.
Auntie, glad we talked about this.
Oh, I am.
You
I'm
just
really
missed it.
glad. I didn't get I didn't have enough time to prep because I haven't done my bodies yet for this weekend. I have a stack of them, and
Stack of what bodies? For
bodies
what?
like touring car bodies, bro.
How many do you need, bro?
Well, I had the one I planned on running.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I had the one I ran last in the summer at a Roar race, and then I have the other one that's legal, but it isn't really legal that everyone else runs in mod touring. And I'm just afraid to run those bodies because they never survive more than like 2 battery packs for me. So
mm.
anyway, so
I
I
actually
gotta.
ran one over the weekend because that's all I can run. And so that was a difference though between my trip in January and this trip was body because I can only
Mhm.
run the one. And so um, I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah, maybe. Hard to say.
Yeah. I really just think it was track wasn't prepped consistently and I needed to up my tire sauce game.
All right.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Bodies always help.
Yeah. Bodies.
If
Bodies.
they
Bodies.
didn't
Bodies.
if they didn't matter, we wouldn't run them.
Nope. For sure.
So,
And yeah, I don't know. And I was looking at like all my all the times of different things. Basically, I race Saturday. I have a down day on Sunday. Work Monday, work Tuesday, another dance lesson Tuesday night. Take a Wednesday night red eye. Uh, I'm gonna do a day of
how do you
work.
get a red eye to Texas?
You can. It leaves at 1 a.m.
Oh my god.
and it lands at 7. And then I'm gonna do a day of work in Texas, and then go from Dallas to uh, Fort Worth, and try to jump in on the end of the open practice on the Wednesday night at Chris's track.
Okay.
So, but it's just like things are happening right now, and I'm like looking at everything, and I'm looking at this like not complete truer and all this other, and I'm like, fuck, I have a lot of shit to get done right now. So I was waiting on drill bits and all this other stuff from Amazon to show up. So, but I
Yeah.
think I got it all.
Well, it's only 4 o'clock there, so you still got time.
Yeah. Well, it's
Mm,
5, I think. But or
Oh,
yeah, it's 4. Yeah, it's 4:20. So
yeah.
4:24.
Oh.
Yeah. That
Um.
is legal here, though. Yes.
Yeah. Beach line this weekend. No way in hell. Though I
Beachline
did
would
see
be
Rod.
really fun with like a 2-wheel drive buggy. Beachline would be the tits with the 2-wheel drive
Right.
buggy.
I saw Robbie this weekend. He came out. He said
Yeah.
hi. Yeah. He's doing good. He's thinking about getting a touring car for the Nationals.
Nice.
So he was kind of scoping out, see what was good, what was not, what was working, what was not working.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, said hi to him. Nothing against Robbie. I'm just not running carpet. That's all there is to it. It's just unless it's a 12 scale and someone gives it to me, I'm pretty much
Yeah.
or lets me borrow, I should say.
Yeah. 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 No, I give it to
Yeah.
you.
No.
So
No. Yeah. No 12. No. No carpet racing for me. Um, Asphalt only. Like you said, it's real racing.
I, well, especially since black carpet changed, like the cars feel so fucking dumb on black carpet. I hate them.
Hmm.
So 12 scale, it doesn't matter as much. Like we already fucked it up with all the spools and everything else. Like it really doesn't matter. Um, but like the touring cars on black carpet just feel like dog shit to me. So I don't know. I used to really love carpet touring car also. No.
No.
Anyway,
What
I'm
carpet are
done.
you going to be on this weekend?
It's going to be a 2-year-old or maybe like 10-year-old, I don't know, rolled up, hasn't been raced on in 2 years. Hopefully it's not wet. Hopefully it's not moldy black carpet. It's going to be the best.
It's been rolled up for 2 years. Like what the fuck?
It's at some temporary thing because that's all they have around here, dude.
Who's been storing black carpet for 2 years though?
I think it's been stored at a gymnasium for 2 years,
Wow.
rolled up.
Nice.
That's how they do it around here, bro. There's nothing permanent.
Euro style, man.
Tape seams and everything.
Yeah. Washington and the Europeans. And Washington State had the only ribbon track in America too. So like, yeah, they had that time. Not time. I don't know what the fuck it's
They
called.
had Time Zone
But there was that dude that had that
in
track in his
Battleground,
backyard.
Washington. Yeah.
But it was a ribbon track. It was the only ribbon
Yeah.
track in America.
Jackson used to be a ribbon track.
What?
They resurfaced it and they made it not a ribbon track. Yeah.
Well, okay, whatever. When was
Yeah.
that? 22, 2002 or
Mm,
some shit.
it was they resurfaced, I think, in 07.
Okay,
So
so
before
I
then.
wasn't far off.
Yeah, you're close. No, you're close for sure. So Time Zone still exists. It's in Battleground, Washington, and that's like near Portland, basically.
Okay.
And it's what I was told was basically you take the 5 down to Battleground, and then you hang a left, and you drive for 30 more minutes, and then you end up at this gymnasium where they race.
No, that's where this weekend is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't
All
know.
right.
Whatever.
The Delancheks? Is that the brothers that race there? Is
Yeah, Jake and Alex Danilchek. Yep,
Danilchek.
they're here in the Seattles. Yep.
They'll run mod with you.
One of them will. Yes.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
Jake is I think we need 3 guys to do it. So we got 2 idiots. We need 1 more.
Where's Corey Harpke at?
He's on baby mode. So
Oh.
I think he's gonna like try to come back out for asphalt touring.
Okay.
So
Well, the real racing then. I don't
yeah,
blame him.
real racing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't
So
blame him.
I like real racing.
So, all right. Well, cool.
So
You
I
got
don't know.
anything else?
No, I just think I have a lot of work to do, and I'm like thinking about it, and I'm starting to get like freaked out. But other than that, it should be great.
We don't sleep anyway, so it's all good.
I probably sleep more than I used to, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dance lessons wearing you out.
yeah, yeah,
Is that
yeah.
tonight? You said?
It's tonight, first time ever. We'll see.
Do you have the weekly bang out tomorrow?
No, it's not weekly.
Oh,
It
it's
would be.
bi-weekly.
It's not even that really. I think it would
Oh,
be next week, but I'm going to be in Dallas already.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah, I just have
So
to. I think I'll take that car because it at least has a decent motor in it now. So I'll just put it in the box and send it
all right.
along.
Yeah.
So.
Well, good luck to you and everyone else going out to the Carpet Nats there in Fort Worth.
Well, we're going to talk next Tuesday, right?
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? You don't want to do track rats again on Tuesday?
I mean, we can. I just thought we would take it off
Yeah.
because I'm not racing. You're doing some weird rolled out carpet thing, and then you get ready for Carpet Nats.
Yeah, let's. Worst case scenario, I'll have a fucking pile of shit that I'm wrenching on that I need to put into a bag.
That is entertaining watching you wrench and pack because it's
Yeah.
like a fucking freak show.
So it's fine. No, we should totally do rats, and I won't be ready, and it'll be fucking awesome.
Okay, all right.
So.
I was just trying to give you like a moment to get ready.
It won't matter, bro. By that time, if I'm not ready, I'm fucked. So
I talked to Sam Isaacs last night. He's already built his car like 3 times. He's like ready to go.
Well, he knows what he's doing. That's why.
Yeah. He's like, he's like, I'm gonna do the shocks, and I'm like, all right, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I think I'm gonna do that too before I go.
Yeah.
So I'm running an old Mike G touring car they gave back to me.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. I ran it at last year's Carpet Nats for a pack or 2, and then I put it back in the box.
Okay.
So
when you build the dampers, do you bleed them every time?
What does bleed them every time mean?
Those little screws?
No. I don't do that.
Okay.
Do you?
I don't know. I'm debating.
No,
I've gone both ways.
I'm going to say something I think is controversial.
Oh.
I don't know if I like the ADCs.
Why?
I haven't.
That is controversial. Fucking do tell.
Well,
breaking
so
news.
I don't have. I'm not a drug addict. All right, you can there's no needle marks. I can show you my toes too if you want. There's no needle marks. Okay, and
You just made all the guys who are really into feet jealous. They just had a moment.
Yeah, they're
Because
like,
you know
yeah,
those fuckers.
baby.
I know you're out there, you fucking freak.
Anyway, so I the ADCs to me have an interesting capability where if they suck, you can kind of like refill them with some oil.
Mm-hmm.
You would need like a syringe. You need some shit that I don't want to have on me to do that with. And like,
Little hypodermics. You don't need those.
yeah, I don't need that in my life. And so
Okay.
I actually think the that new P6 or P I think it's a P63. The thing that looks like a golf tee. The golf tee thing that you put in the shock.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the difference maker on why the shocks are fucking good now. And I remember building a set of shocks for the 2020 Snowbirds. I showed up to Snowbirds without a car built for touring car, and just because who knows what the fuck I was doing. And I show up. I built the shocks, but I didn't put them in the car. So I flew, built the car, finished the car, ran the car, whatever. I went to a few other races. I never rebuilt the fucking shocks, and they always felt fucking really good. And I just think that that's P63 is good enough. Like I might try to do a setup this summer outdoors without ADCs, and maybe bake it off. Well, we'll see.
What? So, but what do you think the ADCs are actually doing to your dampeners?
Well, it has like this bigger volume, so you have to run like a different weight, like a heavier
Yeah.
weight or whatever.
Okay.
So, but like I don't think it's saving me a shock rebuild.
Well, I for one, this is my first foray into the ADC world this last couple months,
Mhm.
and um, the fronts. I don't think I ever have. I think I really have. I rebuilt them, but that's just only because I'm like I have to. It's been
Yeah,
like two
like
months.
it's been too long. Yeah.
You're right. So I have to rebuild these things, but they don't go bad. The rears probably go about 3 weeks, and then I can start hearing a little air,
Hmm.
and that's it. Like I'm like, it's way better than it was. I remember there was before with dampeners, like you wouldn't get through a day, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, I got to build dampeners, right?
Mhm.
And so I yeah, I think they're pretty amazing, really. Now, have I tried to refill one
Yeah.
and kind of rebleed it? No, because I
Hmm.
don't have hypodermic needles either.
Yeah.
But I I was just trying different techniques of bleeding them and
Hmm.
just seeing if there was a difference. And so that was kind of where I was at with it. But
And like I think, I don't know if you have Cider's little like P63 tool
yeah,
that you use to measure. And I think mine set at like 12.5 or
hmm
millimeters, something like that.
correct,
And, if you set that gap right on that P63 and you just clean out the oil every time you
right,
like put a part in,
right,
it's usually pretty fucking money.
yeah.
So,
I've noticed that.
yeah.
So the only thing I notice is that if I just crack it a little bit and just get that little bit of whatever out, it seems to now do a little bit better.
So you take one of the little set screws out
Yeah,
and you let it like burp.
yeah,
Okay.
and I don't know.
All right. Well, let's see what our fans say. There's a
No,
lot
I
of
don't think
people
it,
that
I don't think there's anybody listening by this point.
know that they'll watch eventually. They'll have nothing to do someday. Don't worry.
They'll have to take a
And
shit at some point.
yeah, exactly. And a minute or an hour 33 in, yeah, someone's on the shitter that long. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Um,
I had a couple of people come like, "I'm so glad you guys are back." So I'm like, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I
uh-huh.
go, I go. At least it's something to do while going to the bathroom. And they're like, yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're welcome.
yeah. Yeah. So
But yeah, there's probably there's going to be a lot of opinions on this one. So, I don't know.
I mean, I've watched all the videos. I've read all the things, and I think whatever you do, as long as you're consistent, is the key.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I was just wondering, but I then I got all freaked out about that little golf tee, whether or not it wears out or not. but apparently it doesn't. So
Yeah,
what
I
I know.
know they definitely the ones that were like either super white or super transparent, they like discolor,
Hmm.
but I don't think that really
No,
matters. So,
apparently not. So
you
I don't
know,
know. I think they're better. I think they're build more consistent. Because before I remember like
they
you'd always have the
definitely
one.
the last 2 years are definitely better.
Yeah, I
So
remember like you always have that one that's like, oh fuck.
you build it 4 times, you're fucking yelling at it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's
Hmm.
like all the other ones are perfect except for this one.
Hmm.
And like you
Yeah.
replace all the O rings, you replace everything in it, and it still
Hmm.
fucking sucks.
Yeah. And that is the one thing I would say, like on the car, if we could somehow swap dampeners quick, like you could swap out shocks quick,
Hmm.
that's the one disadvantage.
I think you can
But
swap. I think you can swap. You can swap shocks quick if you had them all
well, you need
pre-built.
yeah, you need the whole assembly. You can't just be
No,
like,
I think you can pop them in and out pretty quick.
yeah, but you have to
It's
have the
quicker than doing
spring
roll
on.
chain.
No, we did the 4 minute roll center challenge a few years ago at Drew's Nats, the second one that he had.
Yeah, I
And you
can't.
can do a roll center change in 4 minutes or less.
I can't.
Yeah. And if you use the like Avid carbon fiber shims,
Yeah,
those
those
things are
no.
fucking so money. No,
I'm
you
out.
can't do them?
I'm
No?
out.
You
I
don't
have
like
some
them?
for sale if anybody wants them. Hit me up.
For sale. It costs $20. Do you sell your used fucking tires too, you cheap motherfucker?
No, dude, I have like two complete sets. So like I will sell those for like $15 and you'll have two fucking complete sets. So fuck
Why
off.
don't you like those?
Because they when you tighten down they deform.
You
And
think?
oh they do. And and I have found that they're not all the same size.
Okay.
So just a little off, but
Yeah.
in my head it's I can't handle that. So
Yeah, can't handle it. All right.
no. So I'm just shims all the way, kid.
I used to be all about the shims, and then I finally like jumped on that Avid bandwagon, and it's not bad, that bandwagon.
I think if somebody made those out of just straight aluminum,
Like if Oleg made them out of the same material he made the shims out of, that'd be money.
coming for this year's Worlds.
Yeah.
Do we
Anyway,
just break news?
no, because they're
Oh,
not making them. He doesn't
fuck.
care.
Uh,
Um,
he's like, I got billions of shims, motherfuckers. You
yeah,
guys are
he's like,
getting
go
shit.
buy those. Yeah. But like the stupid part right now is like it's almost hard to keep things in stock. Like I don't know. Yeah.
That's a
So
good problem to have.
yeah, it's good. I still liked it better when things shipped every minute. But now you gotta make fucking bigger orders and just wait and whatever. So it is what it is. We all grow, we change.
Yeah,
So, but
I had an old time friend of mine, um, uh, 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 oval racer from California. He was hitting me up and he was wanting to know about Awesomatics and this and
uh-huh.
that. And the one question I never really always get when I do talk to somebody about Awesomatics is like, well, how? Because I tell them it's a Russian car and this and that.
Hmm.
And they're like, well, what's the parts availability like? And I'm like, fairly fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
I go, I don't think you ever really have to wait more than 2 weeks. And usually
Well,
there's usually some other place that you can find it, whether it's
there's a
Michael's.
lot of dealers.
Yeah,
That's
whether
the
it's
thing.
Michael's or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it was Jeremy
Michael
Masslew.
Bruce
Go ahead.
is always putting orders in, and he moves a lot of product.
Well,
So
good for him.
yeah.
He's got 12 employees now.
What?
That's what he told me. He had 12 employees.
Oh my God.
That's kind of what kind of operation he's running over there.
That's crazy, bro.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I hope he keeps rolling. That's all
12,
I can say.
12 employees fucking slinging RC shit. That's fucking
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're all full time. And
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
still, like even
Yeah.
if you have somebody there for 15 hours a week, it's a 15 hours that are covered. Somebody else can do something else.
Right.
So,
Yeah. So yeah, he was. I was impressed. I was like, hey, look at you.
mhm.
Um, Jeremy Massey, where's there any word on the 12 scale worlds? No,
Yeah, no,
no, nothing. We know nothing, and we really
yeah.
don't.
I
Because
literally know nothing. I If I did, I probably couldn't tell you, but I literally know nothing.
Yeah.
So I know I
I
will try to go, and I can tell you that I will try to go. And I is it going to be this year or is it next year?
It's 2023.
Okay, so I will try to go. That's all I can say. I'm
Yeah.
going to do my best to go to the 12 Skill Worlds.
I kind of
So,
did you see the track where the touring car worlds are at?
um,
Did you watch the video? It's in Italy.
no, I didn't see it.
The track looks fun.
Yeah, I think it's in September.
Yep. A lot of left-hand turns, like an oval fucking track. I love it.
That's why you're like, ooh, oval track. Ooh.
Dude, I could smoke some bitches to that sweeper.
Yeah, nice, nice.
But
Yeah, I don't know. You know, like we have to get past the whole like, can you glue your tires, you know, with IFMAR rules for the worlds to be even a thing, or we have to put different carpet down because you couldn't run it on black carpet with that rule. It would never work.
no.
So,
Or we just make a handout rubber tire.
oh my God, Scott Jakes is he has instant wood. Yeah,
He's an extra 2 inches he's never had before.
yeah. Let's run mod Scott Jakes tire class. No, that's no one needs that in their life.
Didn't
I'm
somebody do
sorry.
that like in Cleveland like 2 years ago or something?
Yeah, in 2019 when he had the tires for the first time
Yeah.
there, I think Gubbins tried putting it on his mod car.
Yeah.
It was either Gubbins or Hillier, one of the two. I don't remember who. And I ran Jake's car, his 13.5 car with those tires on it. It did not feel like a 12 scale car realistically. It would just get to the corner and it would kind of like rotate hard.
Mm,
Um, but like not in a 12 scale way, and like more like a touring car way, it would rotate hard.
mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. You know, that would be something. I'm not. Whoever brings up that rule and enforces it and whatever, you could have, you know, either one of the best or one of the worst 12 scale worlds ever. I that's all I'm going to throw out there with that. So
I think the Asians would be really pissed.
I think a
Well, no,
lot of people would be really pissed, dude.
I think it would be a spec. It's already spec tire now, right? Because it was spec tire
It
in
doesn't,
2020.
but it doesn't have to be spec tire. And if it is spec tire, all I know is that JFT can't get awarded it again. It has to go to a different manufacturer. So
The rule would be thrown out here, says EA.
yeah, well, you'd hope. But logic happens a lot, and it still doesn't, you know, actually happen.
Yeah,
Logic
but
doesn't
we're
always
dealing
happen.
with IFMAR and logical people because they're Europeans and they get racing.
Okay.
Or is that too crazy? Is that crazy
Yeah,
talk?
it's crazy, bro.
Okay.
I don't think that's real.
All right.
So you should, if you have nothing to do, you should watch I think I might have talked about this before. You should watch JQ going on rants about EFRA. It's very funny. So
Yeah, that dude's entertaining.
yeah.
How did his car do this weekend at the Dirt Nitro Challenge?
He won e-buggy with the
Ronald
guy
Falk?
the Viking.
Yeah.
He seated first and he won the main. That main actually had real racing in it. It wasn't
The
just one of
electric?
these things. Yeah, the electric one, where
Yeah.
like in the last few minutes,
Was
I
this
don't
an
know.
electric pro over
It was
40
pro. It was
sportsman or intermediate?
it was pro,
Okay.
and I don't remember who it was. Who was going up against Ronald Falk? It could have been a lot of people. Let's go see.
Mayfield? Finn?
I don't think it
Cavallari?
was Fenn. Fenn fended himself at that race.
Okay.
Um,
Tebow?
and it might have been Tebow. Tebow had he had a hell of a weekend, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's techno, isn't he?
Yes, he's techno. I think. Or is he Kyosho? I don't know.
No. Well, Lutz's Kaio show. I saw that.
All right.
Vom Red. What the fuck's that?
I don't know. It's
I
a
don't know
sauce that you don't have. I'm just guessing. It's a sauce that you don't have, and it doesn't matter because you're not going to get it, or you could get it, but it still doesn't matter. Is that the? Did you give me the finger while I'm looking here?
No,
So,
but I should have.
oh, okay.
I did
Yeah.
not.
Apparently, it was Lutz and Ronafolk going at it.
Okay.
The race
Kyo
finished.
show.
It was only a 10-minute race because electric, but the gap at the end was only like 2 seconds,
Okay.
and it was really close at the end. Like Lutz had it, and then Lutz and Ronafal kept on trading it by like
Gotcha.
the 5 lap mark. They kept on trading it.
No.
So I don't know.
Might be worth dialing that one up and looking at it.
Yeah, that one I think was a real race. The other ones, like if you pay no attention, like for the first, like let's say you're looking at a 45-minute race, you show up like 5 minutes late, and you're like all of a sudden there's one guy, he's a lap up on the field, and like everyone else is just like dick dancing with each other, and I don't understand what the fuck happened. So I didn't spend enough time trying to watch the mains because number one, they're 45 minutes long,
Mm-hmm.
and they're occurring on the weekend, and I don't really care that much.
Right.
But I'll watch a 5-minute qualifier, no problem. That's fine.
Right.
Um,
Or
but
even
yeah,
a 10-minute electric main.
yeah, that'd probably be fine too.
Yeah.
But like this super long shit, I ain't got time for that. Um, I did see some of the races, and like some of them were kind of interesting. Tessman had a hell of a weekend. He didn't qualify well in some of the classes, but he like bumped from the B to the A and drove from like 16th on the grid to finish second or third in one of the classes.
16.
So
How many people do they have on?
they brought in 14 and they bumped 2.
Well, I guess if you're only running that track's that big, you got the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but like to me, Tessman, he drove up through the field in an impressive way in one of the nitro races. It was either truck, which they ran on Saturday. Let's see. Tessman, he was the 11th qualifier in truck, and he finished second behind Mayfield. And then in buggy, in the A, he was the 15th qualifier, and he finished third. So
Oh
15th,
wow.
that means he bumped it up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's fucking out of control, if you ask me. Like, that's crazy. So
Have you ever run a 20-car main?
no. Oh, I guess I have in dumb shit like Euro trucks
Oh.
or minis or something dumb.
Okay.
But yeah, I've never driven anything like that. Have you?
Yeah. So we used to do enduros at the velodrome,
Ooh.
an oval, and so those were like 20 cars.
Velodrome shit interests me.
It is until you do it.
Oh, it probably is great until you fucking have to get the broom out to sweep your shit up because it's fucking in 25,000 pieces. But it feels interesting to me.
Yeah, there was a point in time where it was fun, and then it became where everything in RC, shit becomes more specialized,
Hmm. Yeah,
right? So you
they have like
essentially
touring car front ends on the front of them now, I hear.
that never I never got into that, but um, basically what happened was is like towards the end of when I ran, you had to find the old Trinity purple stuff, but it had to have the sparkles in it. If
Hmm.
it didn't have the sparkles in it, then it wasn't any good. And the sparkle stuff would allow your front end to be dampened enough. So basically, what you wanted to do is you take the front end of your pan car, you take it about 6 inches off the ground, and you drop it. And if it just went, you're good. You had enough
Hmm.
dampening. But anyway, the
So,
velodrome, the cars just became so specialized in that you basically had a velodrome car, and
well, that happened with fucking snowbirds racing, didn't it? Come on.
well, no, but now you could take your oval car, you could go to any track because they're all the same. But
But
it
they used to
became
not be. K&N was a bank track. Like banking used to be big, caps were big, blah blah blah.
yeah,
Then everyone
but
gave
even
up
by
and did flat
but your
track.
normal cap tire car would not work at a velodrome.
Okay.
So like it really got, and like you had to have. I mean, it was really so. Anyway, it got really specialized, and there was a period of time that I was really fast there,
Yep.
and it was a lot of fun. Especially when you're fast, right?
It's
Um,
always fun when you're fast.
yeah. but yeah, when we were doing the enduros, um, that
with like
was
battery changes and shit.
yes, like 200 laps.
Yeah, that's crazy. I like that.
Yeah,
And um,
that was a ton of fun. That could arguably be some of the most fun I ever had in RC.
and so this Vom Red thing I just Googled. This is some bullshit on YouTube. It's some spam link. So no one click any of that or search for any of that. That's dumb. I did think it could have been a traction compound. Um, the I do remember, um, and I want to bring this up in a minute. I do remember the first snowbirds I went to. I guess it was 10, where they ran like a many-minute main of oval with enduros and battery pack switching and shit like that.
Where was
Um,
this?
at Birds,
When?
I think it was 2010.
Oh yeah, that was the year that they tried to cool the motor with fucking
Yes, and the shit caught on fire.
fire. Yeah.
Yes,
What
yes.
was that?
Um, but
What were
like
they doing?
I kind of wish like they then moved to the figure eight and blah blah blah. That feels overly artificial. I think I fielded many a figure eight car before. Once we made the slowest guy in the team who ran touring car in mod, we made him. We gave him a brand new kit. We said you failed. Here's a new kit, and we took his car and ran figure eight with it. That shit was very funny. Sorry, Sal. Anyway, and then we
I think he was
outed
a
him.
multi-year winner of that.
Yeah, then we outed him. But the the whole like stupidity that was going on at that thing where it's like the class you're running, but it's slightly different. I think
Hmm.
that's cool. I think Boylan should try to bring that back. Maybe
Well, they
without the
brought back Mod 12 Scale Oval. Might as well bring back enduro racing.
yeah. I would like to do the enduro. I think that shit would be awesome. So
It would be really fun. The problem is doing it in a. I think especially with now that they have like a rubber tire.
yeah, you could do that.
Um,
The oval guys hate that. EA says I was driving the car when it caught on fire. Yeah.
So what was it? Was it so EA? Was it an oval endurance race? And what kind of motors were you guys running? And because I vaguely remember this, but I
Yeah.
don't.
Apparently, when they put the battery in, it sparked, and that's why it
No,
caught
they
on
were
fire.
cooling the motor with spray,
Yes.
and it slammed the battery in, and it sparked. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and if there was a picture somewhere on the internet. I remember there was a fucking flame.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was Albert. I do remember that. He was the one changing the battery or something.
I
He
don't
was the
know.
one holding the car when it caught fire.
Yeah, but there is something that Maslow brought up that I think is interesting. That there was some kid who like ran the G main and then was going to bump to the A and then blew out or whatever. So like the whole bump up thing in off road is kind of cool. So
I think
especially
the
when
bump up
you're a
thing in
failure.
general is cooler.
Yeah.
Is cool. I mean, obviously, I was the BQ screw this past year and had to try to bump up and didn't do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think it's still fun. It makes it entertaining. I think that if you're going to do bump ups, you do it for
Yeah.
all the
You go up the
mains,
ladder.
right?
Yeah.
And you don't just you just don't fucking do just a beat a. I think
You
you
screw
give somebody.
everybody, not just
You're
one
right.
guy.
Right. You make it, so that, you can just bump your way to the A. There's theoretically, I got a chance,
Yep.
just like that off-road guy we talked about an hour ago.
Hmm.
Yeah. I got a fucking chance.
Hmm.
And I mean, I can honestly say that that's kind of one of the great thing or fun things about nitro racing is the fact that you can bump up and that you do have the long mains and this and that. Though, yes, I do understand that they're kind of a pain to watch,
Yep.
but,
And Marshall.
um, yeah. But yeah, one of a story that I've told, not necessarily on here, but I've told before was that the last time I ever ran Nitro on road was the year Birch won the worlds,
I think that was
and
12, maybe.
yeah, so whatever it was. So anyway, I'm sitting at home and I'm like, the Great Lakes Challenge is coming up, which was this great race
GLC, baby. Yep.
that was at the Toledo track, RIP, which I still contend that if we ever had a Roar Electric National, we should have had it at Toledo. Probably no one would have showed up, but it's an amazing track. It would have been a ton of fun. Anyway, Man, you can't do anything about it now. So anyway, so I bought like this dude finished like literally last in the worlds. And he had this serpent car. So I bought his serpent car. It was like dirt cheap, had a lot of spare parts. I'm like,
Mhm.
all right. So I get this car. I had to
Who was it?
I have no dude. I have no clue.
Okay.
I had to unshitbox it, and so I had a lot of practice. Anyway, and then like I called up Chickarello. I'm like, hey
Yeah.
Chicky, I want to run the GLC. I need a motor. Like I don't want to spend a lot of money. He's like, well, there's this Novarossi, blah 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 blah. It's $250 or whatever. Great.
Mhm.
Got the motor, got the car. Go out there. Had it. Wasn't the fastest, but ended up like I don't know, third or fourth in the B. So
Okay.
I ended up running the B main, which was a half hour. I
Mhm.
bump into the A, and then because I think they take the top two, so I think I finished second in the B. So
Yep.
bumped into the A, run a 45-minute A main, finished the whole race. I was several laps down. I ended up sixth or seventh,
Mhm.
but it was also a really great day because like I basically ran for an hour and 15
Yep.
minutes, no flameouts, no problems.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
out
that
there, just
sounds like a
driving.
great nitro experience.
Yes,
Like,
and I have not raced nitro since because I don't think I could beat that ever. Because normally you're banging your dick off the wall and
yeah,
you just want to kill yourself.
I I when I was an RC America driver, otherwise known as some people used to call me RC America East Coast.
Yeah.
In 2010, I got an NT1
Oh.
and I ran it a few times, and my best run ever was like I got like a second at Jackson at some fucking 30-minute main or some nonsense. And I was not crushing people's souls on like the hot lap or anything like that. I was
Mm.
just like, hey, I'm driving my car for 30 minutes. This is kind of fun. All right. And then, the next weekend I go out to Floyd Bennett Field, or maybe it wasn't next weekend, weekend after, or whatever. Go to Floyd Bennett Field. Fucking motor won't run. Fucking motor won't stay lit for more than like 2 minutes. I'm like, fuck this. This is bullshit. And I sold it all to Rui Goncalves, and he kept on running the thing. He beat people, because he knew
Yeah.
what the fuck he was doing with motors, and I had
Yeah.
no fucking clue. But like I had two dumb like Max motors that spent too
Hmm.
much money on motors. I just was like, here, take this whole thing and get it fucking away from me. Fuck this thing.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, that's kind of how experiences with nitro are. They're either great or it's horrible. And
yeah.
um, yeah. Eh, But I see the appeal. I do. But yeah, so when you get to run long races or with a lot of cars, back to the velodrome thing, um, it's a lot of fun. It's but stuff has to
Until
work.
you're out early, and then it's fucking. This is dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I remember at the velodrome one time there was this camera stand that was in the middle, and so we had to stand in the bleachers to drive the cars. So we literally stood in the bleachers, and then the track was below. And so there was where I was standing, there was a camera thing that was in the middle of the track, and it was in my periphery. And Vicky Karuba had broken and spun out, and she was literally behind the camera stand, so I couldn't see her.
Uh huh.
And
You just
I
annihilated the
I
crap
just
out of her.
annihilated her fucking car. My shit, I think, made it through pretty unscathed, but yeah, she was definitely done at that point.
Yeah, that
But yeah,
happens.
it was just like, yeah, but that was when, because we actually bought, my dad, he bought Bud Bartos's winning car from the Encino Velodrome or
Okay.
whatever one it was out there. So we had his car,
Hmm.
and it was it was a lot of fun. I think we qualified third one year, and I think we ran third or something. But
Yeah.
it was not bad for a bunch of
Bunch of
two.
yahoos not knowing what the fuck
Yeah,
they're
what
doing.
they're doing. Yeah, I mean, and these are the years. Like years later, I talked to guys like Boylan and stuff. He's like, "Oh yeah, we were taking fucking cells and cutting the shrink off and re-shrinking them with this other stuff, and we were running like it wasn't a 1700, it was like a fucking 2300,
Uh huh.
and shit like that was going on. And
Yeah.
my dad was buying his batteries from B&T in North Carolina.
Hmm.
Like I don't know if you remember those, but like,
I never did B&T. I was a new
but
wave cell guy, and then world class cells out in like Denver or something like that. So
yeah. But yeah, my dad was just buying B&T sticks from the guy in North Carolina, and the guy thought he was the greatest thing ever because my dad would show up with like, "Yeah, I need 40 batteries,"
yeah.
you know. And so the dude's like, okay, and
Yeah.
just send, and of course after the race we would just just sell all the batteries to local guys for just cheap
Yeah.
and just to get rid of them. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
I was a lot.
My comment I'll leave you with is, and maybe people can put a comment in here. Do people think I should waste my summer trying to run nitro buggy or not?
I'll tell you right now, no.
Yeah. So
Nitro buggy. Do you have a pit guy?
no, I have nobody.
Then
I
no,
have
no.
absolutely no one. I think someone
I
might take pity on me because people are nice around here. They're not a
yeah.
bunch of East Coast dickheads, and because I know I am an East Coast dickhead. All right, and but yeah, that's one of the things I'm contemplating right now. I'm like, maybe I'll do that.
No, don't. If you do e-buggy,
Yeah,
peace. Have
I've done
fun.
e-buggy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Peace, have fun. But nitro, I've determined now that you can't go nitro racing unless you have a pit guy.
yes,
Because he's actually kind of invested in you. Whereas just pulling some fucking guy that didn't have nothing to do, he doesn't really give a fuck.
yeah.
He's like,
No,
oh,
I
you want
agree.
an hour? Here's fucking 4. You know.
Well, the best part is like I know what I want an hour means. All right. And but the reality is, do I fucking know what to do with this shit? No. And so
I did not. And the first time I had this guy he's like, so my first
yelling
on-road
down to
nitro
you.
race, he's like, hey, give me an hour. Fucking 360 that did.
That was awesome.
It leaned out a little bit.
I
And he's
bet it
like,
was
what'd you
fast
do?
as
I go,
fuck.
I went in a whole hour. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, just
Yeah, that's awesome. So,
yeah, I didn't really realize that an hour
yeah.
meant just dink.
Mhm. Yep.
No, I want a fucking hour. 60 minutes, bitch.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Yeah.
Like I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's lingo. You'll learn it or not, whatever. So maybe
So
I'll just run e-buggy. I don't know. I got to do something though. Like they have this
you have an
they have this
asphalt touring car track. Why don't you just go run that? We've been talking
I
about that for like 2 hours.
I could. And so they also didn't sauce, or I'm sorry, they didn't prep the track all year, and I don't know if they're going to do that again this year.
Just buy some
So
VHT for them. Oh, or
I'm not going to
is it
I'm
that
not
track you can't fucking do shit because it's fucking Washington and you don't want to ruin the fucking environment?
I don't know, bro. But
Is that what we're dealing with?
I'm not going to be the guy who's going to just show up to the track and start spraying it and then pissing people off. I would love to spray the track, but like they ran the track natural. That's what I would call it. And
This isn't the 70s. We don't fucking this bush doesn't fucking need to be run.
yeah. So anyway, like I could do that, and I could go down there maybe like and track rack the fuck out of that. The other option is there's some like RC park that's like 50 acres. They have a turf track and like an outdoor track and whatever else. I could also do that. So I don't
Just
know.
come to Florida. We'll have fun. Just
We'll be on this.
just somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, summer? No, you don't want a summer. Summer, it's too hot. No one races in the summer.
Yeah, but what else you got your other seasons to go do.
I don't know.
Your
Anyway.
fucking dog is loud.
Yeah. He's angry. He's hungry. I got to go feed the dogs. They're fucking hungry right now. All right.
All right, man. All right.
And I have to say
Isn't
something.
that what you got married for? To fucking feed the dogs?
I don't know. Anyway, I got an email from Roar during this thing. I did not read it yet. It came
Look
in
at us making shit happen.
I came in. It showed up at 7:09 East Coast time, and I don't know.
It's been an hour.
Yeah, we'll read it. So
all right,
but
we're gonna read it now.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay,
we'll drop that next time.
All right, look, we made shit happen.
Maybe I don't know.
It's just a middle finger.
That's his middle finger, not mine. I'm trying to be very respectful.
No, I'm saying that's what's in the email.
Probably. Maybe it's like an ASCII version of it. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's that It's that GIF where the woman has the umbrella and she pops up the umbrella and it's a fucking middle finger. You seen that one?
No.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah. All right. But send me that, and I'll put that as the sort of event posting for the next show that we're going to do on Tuesday. All right.
All right. Sounds great.
All right, guys. I got to get
All
out
right.
of here.
Thanks, everyone. Like and
Yes.
subscribe on YouTube, please.
Yeah, do that. And I like cookies. It's Girl Scout cookie season. You can send me cookies. That's fine.
Tagalongs. I take tagalongs.
Thin mints are lovely.
If you're fucking
And yeah, and
Washington, no prep check random motherfucker.
and I'll see some people in the bottom of Washington on Saturday. So hopefully I don't get thrown out of there. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
So
Never.
all right, guys.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Ending.